In this lecture, we will learn about data tools that will make your data more meaningful and help you get more information out of your data. First function we will talk about is sort, which will help you sort out the data. Suppose you have this table where you have marks of 5 students and you want to sort them according to the marks of maths. So if you want the minimum marks above and the maximum marks below, so if you want to sort them from low to high, you can select the range, then go to data, then go to sort range, and you can sort it from A to Z or Z to A, which means low to high or high to low. So if I use low to high, as you can see, the 55, which is the lowest value, is above, and the 100, which is maximum value, is below. But the problem with this sorting is that the student are same. They are from 1 to 5 and the marks has changed, which will create confusion as it has manipulated the values. So if I use Ctrl Z to undo it, I have to use the entire table to sort it. So to select the entire table, I will go to this first column and use Ctrl A to select the entire table. Then I will go to data, then I will go to sort range, and then I will use advanced range sorting option. From here, I will select that my data has a header, and then I will sort it according to my column. So I want to sort it from math and from A to Z, which is low to high, and then I'll select sort. As you can see, it has changed from low to high, but it also has changed students, which is from 1st to 5. Now we have 3, 5, 2, and so on. Similarly, if you want to sort your data according to your text, suppose you want to sort these subjects according to alphabetical order, you can select this table, go to data, go to sort range, advanced sort option, select my data has header, choose subject. If you want to choose from A to Z or Z to A, then sort it. As you can see, it has been sorted. Now, as you can see, this table has maths has 100 for these two students. Now, as you can see, as my science marks are 83 and 85 and my English marks are 75 and 79, if I want to sort them differently, if I want to sort according to maths first and then science and then English, I can also use my custom sort option here as well. So if I use select A and then go to data, sort range and advanced sort option, here I can first sort it according to my maths marks from low to high. Then I can add another column, science, and I can either sort it from low to high or high to low. So if I want high to low, then my marks will be first sorted by math, then they will be sorted by science, but higher marks will be above and the lower marks will be below. Similarly, I can use English as well. So for English, let's use A to Z and then sort it. Now as you can see, I have earlier 83, 85, now I have 85, 83 as I have sorted it from high to low. But it has these values differently, but when the values were common, these are high and low. Similarly, when the values are column, these are low and high. Now, this is how you can use sort function. We will move to the next function now. Next function we will talk about is filter. Filter will allow you to filter out a data and keep the data you want. For example, if you want to apply filter on this table, select this entire table, go to data, and then create a filter. Now, as you can see, these bars are filters. So we can apply filters to these columns with the help of these bars. So if I click here, as you can see, I can sort them as well, or I can apply filter to them according to the conditions or according to the values. Suppose I want to apply filters to the conditions, then I can choose condition from here. So if it is empty or it is not empty, I can provide a condition here. If my data is text type, I can provide text conditions. If my data is date type, I can provide date condition. If my data is numerical, I can provide the number condition, that if it is greater than or greater than equal to or less than or in between and so on. So if I use greater than here and if I use 75, so if my marks are greater than 75 in maths, then I will keep those data. Otherwise, I will filter other data. So if I click OK, now as you can see, all these marks are greater than 75. So if I Ctrl Z it, similarly, if I want to keep only some values, let's say I want to apply filter to math grade and I only want to keep A, I can remove this B and click OK. So I only have A. Similarly, I can apply filters to students as well. So if I want student 1, student 2, student 3, if I don't want student 2, I can remove him and press OK. I have student 1 and student 3 only. This is how you can apply filters. Now we will move to the next function. Next is data validation. So data validation is used to prevent wrong input during the data entry. So suppose you want to apply a data validation in this column and you want to apply a validation that entries should only be number. Then you can select this range, go to data validation, and then you can apply that number should be between 0 and 100. And then you can apply if you want to show a warning or you want to reject an input. Now let's save it. So if I enter, let's say 200, press enter. It says your data you entered in cell F4 violates the data validation rule. That's okay. Similarly, if you want to enter a subject here and you want to validate your data that the subject should be from these, then go to this cell, select this cell, go to data validation, list from range, and then you can enter the range. So So select the range from science to music, press OK. Now you can show a drop down list as well, or you can remove it. So if you select show drop down list, it will show you a list from these items and you can select one of them, or if you remove it, then you can enter the input, but if the input does not match, it will show you an error. So I will use the show drop down list and I will reject other input, and if I save it, as you can see, there is a drop down menu. If I select, let's say history, it's allowed. If I select, let's say music, it is allowed, and so on. And if I edit it, let's say if I use Hindi and press enter, it says I've validated the data validation. Similarly, if you want to apply validation to the length of the input you are providing, so go to this cell, select this cell, go to data validation. Then from here, select custom formula. Then you can use the length formula here. So if I use length, then I have to provide the cell, which is B9, has to be greater than, or let's say less than 10. And if I save it, now as you can see, if I enter student, which is 7, a space 8, and a number, let's say 6, it is 9. But if I use 60 and press enter, as you can see, it shows invalid. But if I edit it and convert it to 6 and press enter, it has been entered. And similarly, you can also customize the data validation. So go to data validation. You can also apply the show validation input text and you can enter the text you want. So this is how you can use data validation. Now let's move to the next function. The next data tool is text to column. Suppose you want to copy a data which is comma separated or any other field separated. Let's say it is being separated by pipe, it has been separated by white space. If you copy it, let's see some data. So if I use this notepad file, I have this data which has been comma separated. If I copy it and if I want to paste it, as you can see, it has been pasted in only one column. But if you can see this and click here, you can see split text to column option. Click here and it has been splitted. You can also choose the separator from here, or you can detect automatically. So if you select, so our values are comma separated. You can also select semicolon, period, space, or custom. So if I use comma, it has been comma separated value has been selected. Similarly, let's choose another input. This has been pipe separated. So if I select it and paste it, now it has been, the automatical detection has not split it. So I have to customize it. Then I have to use pipe here, press enter, and it has been separated. Similarly, I have these values. If I copy them and paste them. So here in Google Sheet, we do not have a width adjustment method just like in Microsoft Excel. So if we select the text split, it will automatically select the best possible scenario. But as we see that it is not correct, we can go to the custom and I can choose double space here and press enter. As you can see now, the values has been perfectly matched. So this is how you can use text to column. Now let's talk about the next function. The next data tool is remove duplicates. So sometimes our data have duplicate entries and we want to remove these. So to remove duplicate values, select the entire table. So select it, Control A. Now you want to remove your duplicate values. Go to data, then from data, go to data cleanup and then select remove duplicates. Now you can select all the columns or you can choose the selected columns. I will select all the columns and then use the remove duplicates. Now it says that 2 duplicate rows found and removed, 7 unique rows remain. Now as you can see, the students, if I undo it, as you can see the marks of student 2 in this column and in this column was same. As you can see 78, 76, 76, 86, 86. Similarly student 3 here and student 3 here have same marks 55, 78 and 68. But student 5 had different marks 55, 60 and 53, and here are 69, 34 and 84. Now if I remove the duplicates again, my student 5th marks were remained because they have different marks and this column, which is supplementary column, is also different. So if I select it, go to data cleanup, remove duplicates. Okay, now as you can see, the main and supplementary marks of student 5 are different. And suppose I want to keep the maximum marks from science. So I can sort my table according to science. So if I sort it according to science, sort range, select science, let's use high to low. Okay, so now as you can see, this one is high and this one is low. Now if I remove the duplicates, data cleanup, remove duplicates and select only the student column. So let's remove this student column and remove duplicates. As you can see, 1 duplicate row found, 5 unique rows. So now I have this supplementary value. This is how you can remove the duplicate values. So these were the functions, the data tools we have seen. We have seen removing duplicates. We have seen text to column. We have seen sorting options and filters as well. Now let's move to the next topic,